We are 25 minutes late. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm sorry. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Now, this verse is not from the chapter we are studying, the pen, Qalam, but it will help us to understand the following verse that we will study from the same chapter. Well, let's read this verse. Who would like to read it? No one? Yep.
Should I continue?
If you read it slowly, we will be happier. Because we are not in a hurry. We are here to understand, not to finish the text. That's English, that is American culture or education system. They teach you how to read faster. We try to teach people how to read slowly, digestible. If the text is very simple, it is not worth reading it. If you think that it is worth reading it, read it seriously. So what is going on in between two different cultures? One is giving you general information. That's why you will skim the text. I understand what it's talking about, and then try to speak as if you understood everything, or you know everything, and stop writing. Now, but in fact, the Quran says, read it slowly. وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. It means really like this. لا تجعل مع الله إلها آخر. That's why the Prophet said, made it melodic. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't mean that, you read something and get a general idea. Quranic or the revelation is not to get a general idea, to educate ourselves. So education needs digestion. That's why tartil means reading a text by following exactly word by word what it means. Tartib. And it is one way of, and also tilawatul Quran, again, it means follow the traces. Now, it means be consciously read the text. Follow the meaning of the text. Got it? So we try always to read as slowly as possible. Okay.
Again?
So no, in English, so we don't have much time. Yeah? English, inshallah. In English.
Do not set up any other deity.
Deity, yeah.
Deity, side by side with God.
Yeah.
Lest you find yourself disgraced and forsaken.
Understood? Did you understand?
Kind of.
Okay, we'll read it again. We are here to understand.
Do not set up any other deity side by side with God, lest you find yourself
Not least.
Lest you find yourself disgraced and forsaken.
So, do you know the word lest? Just the negative meaning of let. Lest, let not, it means. I'm not going to teach you English, but this is the language I am familiar with. I am not familiar with your language, so I read this kind of books, with this language.
I've never read the Quran translation in English.
But this is this closest to the modern language translation. If you read the old ones, I don't think you would understand. So anyways, now, don't set up any deity. Deity means, so in English, what do you understand from deity?
God. It comes from Latin Deus.
Deus. But deity means something pertaining to Godhead. You get it? Clear?
Can you repeat that?
Something pertaining to Godhead. Godhead. Godhead means, what is it? Sorry? Godhead. Godhead means, but it is not English, Godhood. Godship, but it's not English. That's all it's Godhead. So it means something claims to have the quality of being a creator. Right? So now, is it clear, deity? So don't set up any other deity side by side with God. What does it mean? Don't set up. What does it mean? Don't do that. What does it mean? Oh, I shouldn't do it. But if I have already done it, or if I am already doing it, I'm doing it. But God says, don't do it. Why shouldn't I do it? Now be careful. If you assign the creation of the whole universe to a creator, which is the easiest way of understanding that there must be a creator who is called God. It's very simple. Look at come on, there must be a creator. It is a conscious act of creation. This is easy. This is necessary, easy, but doesn't have much worth. Why? Okay, after you say it, so what? What the consequence of this understanding must come down to your practical life. There must be a creator who created the universe, or if you are conscious, you wouldn't say who created the universe, you would say who creates the universe. Right? So when you say that who creates the universe, which means who is the creator of now as well, and every single particle in it, anything in it. So universe, can you say the universe is created by God, but I am, or the tree is not created by God? It means contradictory. But usually people attribute the creation, existence of the universe to a creator because it is very difficult to deny. It's the easiest way. We start from here, but don't bring this idea into his practical life. His practical life. But we do that. We forget it. Why do we forget it? I repeat this one, what I'm going to say, because it is very practical. We should not be really totally disappointed because we forgive it. Because we are created with two sides. One side, we call it our animate side, if you like, matter side, living matter side, which has to deal with the word, matters here. It means if I want to write something, I say, where is the pen or pencil? Yeah, without pencil I can write here on the page. So I need the pencil. Pencil has a factor in my life, in my choice. Although I said the universe is created by God, but I need pencil. But ideally, I should be aware that I need God. But my animal side is touched to or attached to word. Matters. This is my matter side attached to the matter. So this way makes us get accustomed with establishing a relationship between two objects. So we say, for example, it rained and the grass grew. That's what the matter side. But we don't really question that whether the rain can really grow the grass or not. Is the rain the creator of the grass or not? Because we always see this relationship between two objects of the universe, creation, this world, but we have to make a special reasoning and special attempt. Special attempt. Does the rain create the grass? Can the rain create the grass? You have to use what? Not animal side, but human side. Got it? So, human side. Human side questions and reasons. Animal side acts automatically. Human side almost doesn't need special attempt. So, not human side, I'm sorry. Animal side. It means material side, automatically. The baby is born, what does the baby do? Look for milk, eat something. So it doesn't have to reason. So when you are thirsty, even you don't know why are you thirsty. How come that you realize that you are thirsty? How do you know? Did you measure your blood? Did you measure your body temperature or body fluid proportion? The proportion of the fluid in your body? How does it come? We don't know. What we do, directly go to the water and drink. Yeah, we don't have to reason. Automatic. But when it comes to using our human side, what we have to do? Special questions and reason. That is belief. If you don't reason, it's not belief, it's automatic. You don't need to use your free will, it is not your property. Do you see what I mean? The property means you're acquiring. It's automatic. For example, when you see a baby here, abandoned, before you, I will go and take care of her, the baby. Yeah, I wouldn't let you. And then you will say, no, it is mine. No, I will take care of it. Do I have to reason about it? No. Automatic. So it is not a virtue to take care of a baby. Mothers. It is not a virtue to bring food and prepare shelter for the baby. Automatic. Animals do it better than you and I. Get it? So don't be proud that I have, not the father, or now maybe, but you will be, don't be proud that I have raised up 6 children. But animals, then a cat raised up more than you do. Automatic. It is not a virtue. So we have to be careful. I remember mentioning this kind of arguments before, because practically we have to be very careful. What we automatically do and act is not our virtue. Where our virtue lies is in our free will practice, which means using our human side, questioning and deciding to do, and using our free will and doing it, acting it accordingly. Otherwise, don't be proud that you saw a child today or a poor guy and he was really begging me to help him with his homework, and I went to his house and helped him. I am a good man. No, anybody can do that. You don't have to use your human side for it. It's automatic. If someone begs you, would you reject really? Can you reject? Yeah, it is impossible almost. It is not your choice. It is automatic. So, belief in God is there and God is drawing our attention. Be careful, your automatic belief in God must be brought down in your practical life. That means don't set up any other deity side by side with God, next to God, or besides God. Yeah, Ma'Allah. Yeah. Do you understand that? We should read the Quran from our perspective. I keep saying that because God is not ordering me to do that. God is guiding me what I should do. So I have to take notice of it and think, is it really my duty to do that? It means use your humanity. This verse means use your humanity, human side. Don't, I'm not saying you are aware. I'm not saying you are a Muslim, you are a believer. No. I'm saying use your humanity. Don't be just led or guided by your animality and think that you are a good man. You are doing something nice. Don't cheat yourself. It's very important. Practically, it's extremely important. So we have to use our choice or power to choose. So, lest you find yourself disgraced and forsaken, so that you should not find yourself disgraced, it means completely devoid of any mercy, and forsaken, left alone. Why? I don't feel that. When I go and drink water, when I'm thirsty, I'm using always the same example. Simple. Why should I make it complicated? You can expand it to every aspect of your life. So when I'm thirsty, I go drink water, and I'm satisfied. Why should I feel that I am disgraced, I am forsaken? Why? An answer. Why does God say, no, be careful, eh? I would read this verse in a completely different way. If you don't use your humanity, you will be completely in lost. Why? I'm not saying believe in God. Look at the language. Yeah, looks like very secular language. Yeah, no, it's not religious one. So, but that's how we should take notice of our reality. By using religious language, what do? We disguise our ignorance under the religious terminology. How? For example, of course, Allah can do everything. Right? Under using this kind of language, as if I have really realized and put this idea into my practical life that Allah can do everything. This person usually does not know even what Allah is, concept-wise. It doesn't mean that he's a denier. This kind of religious language is cheating yourself and making yourself blind to the truth. Why? Because it is preventing you from using your humanity, human side, your reasoning, your feeling. Remind me the keys, eh? It is there. Your reasoning, your feeling, your human side, questioning. So I'm not saying those people who don't use, they are non-believers. No, I have nothing to do with them. Now, with us, you and me, here, we have to be careful and be aware of our reality. Really, believe me, very rare, seldom, we question what we are doing. Even while we are praying, while we are Muslims, while we are doing other religious activities, joining religious activities and the communities, we don't know what we are doing, just carried away with our automatic animal feelings. You don't have to deny that, yes, you believe. Well, I don't care whether you are a believer, you are not a believer. I'm not accountant that you will, I will keep a record of your life. None of my business. So I don't speak from that aspect, accusing somebody, labeling somebody, not at all. I'm totally, my explanation is totally, completely theoretical. Everybody should apply it to his life. And the person himself will be a judge for himself, not me, nor somebody else. So why do you think, let's go, why do you think if I don't use my humanity, I will find myself disgraced, totally forsaken? I drank the water, it satisfied me. Now I think Qasim is going to say something, and then you, right? That's your right. Keep it. Okay.
I was just going to say that if you're not involving your humanity side at that point, you're not really questioning anything. And you're living a life without understanding anything at any stage, for that matter. So it becomes meaningless, or for that matter, you're not even reflecting on whether or not it's meaningless.
So, good point. Your turn.
Oh God, you said to keep it, and I just think of those sheikhs that say questioning is from shaitan, and like it's.
Can you stop this line of thinking? We are not here to criticize.
Okay,
others.
so that's.
Even you shouldn't say general title like sheikh or I don't know, public speakers or imams. No. So what you understood, what your conclusion is. And according to you, what is wrong, without giving a reference to anybody or any general statute or the people who has the certain statute. So they will say, in this class, we are criticizing shuyukh. None of my business. I'm just taking care of my own responsibility. Yeah.
That somehow questioning and using your human side is seen as
Seen by who?
So
Okay,
I couldn't catch your word.
Seen by who? He's saying CS, like you're making a generalization again, which you said not to do. So just clarify what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, this is the difference of this class.
right. I would
This is why
feel
we
that
are
it's
here.
wrong.
Sorry?
I would feel that it's wrong to question these things.
Do you think that questioning is wrong, personally?
No.
Okay. So this is very human. What was one of our motto, one of our mantra, whatever you call them, slogan?
Question everything.
No question, no answer. Not other way around.
Right.
So if you don't have a question, you will never have the answer because you wouldn't know it is the answer. But following the culture is different. Following the culture is not your conclusion. Like, let's say a ghost, a god. Sorry. A god is born as a god, followed its own herd. It's not human. Somebody, yeah.
Like I believe that questioning in a good way will lead to belief, but
I don't know
there is-
what belief is. Leads
like-
to the truth or reality. Find out the
Yeah,
reality for
yeah.
you.
But there is some questions that lead to like other kind of thinking. But
Why? For example, give us an example. For the
like, we
negative,
have,
for
like,
the
some-
bad
some
questioning.
things in
Sorry?
Islam we can question. Some
But
things
no,
we
don't
can't.
speak on behalf of Islam. Speak on behalf of yourself. No, in Islam question, you cannot say that, I can give you
it's just-
maybe, how do you say, dozens of verses which says, if you don't question, don't
Yeah,
read me.
I believe that, yeah. So, like there is in Quran when Moses says, "Rabbi arini anzur ilayka." So he's a believer, he's a prophet, but yet he wants something from God.
So
to show him.
no, that is Moses.
Yeah.
What do you understand from it yourself?
If he questioned, I'm gonna question.
Yeah.
If a prophet would question,
You are
I think
demanding.
I'm equal to.
Yeah.
Like he's a
Yeah.
human being, I'm a human being. I believe like questioning is good.
Yeah. So when you are thirsty, do you say, please God guide
Of
me?
course not.
Sorry?
I'm gonna go for it. Like,
Just go and drink water. That's animality. So use your humanity means, what does water do for me, and how come that I need water, and how come that water satisfies me? Which kind of order it is it? So when you question this, you go back to the first piece of the verse. I am a human being, you using my humanity, and you have to question, can water satisfy me? And you say, when you use your humanity, water doesn't know me. It is just lifeless, powerless. The thing obeys the order of the universe. It's completely dependent on the order of the universe. It has no free will. It doesn't know me, and then so that it will consciously help me. But what is this then? When I'm thirsty, I drink water. Why this order is there? Your humanity will question. Why am I in this position? What does it mean? Now, the example given in the Quran is carrying the scripture in general, Quran or other scriptures, Torah or Bible or whatever, Vedas, okay? Don't say corrupted, but any scripture, any text claims to be somehow guide human beings, yeah? Carrying the scripture like an ass carries the book. What does it mean? It is interesting. Book, let's say, in its itself, in its essence, has the truth in it. You carry it like an animal. What does it mean? You carry the book, you don't use your humanity. Like, carry the book, don't read, and try to understand. So here in this context of the verse, carry the book means believe in God and doesn't have an effect in your life. Do you understand? So if I personally, when I link the verses with each other, I get amazed. Consistency. Even the verse you referred, Moses asked God, because he used his humanity, he said, this universe has an owner. I have an owner, and I want to know the truth. I can ask the Creator to teach me. This also is a practice of human side. It's not animal side as I'm thirsty, I go and drink water. Automatic. Or there is a person who, let's say an abandoned baby, and I will take care of it. Right? Who can leave an abandoned baby here? Muslims? I'm using this identity, political identity. Muslims? No. Christians? No. Jews? No. Yeah? Buddhists?
No.
No. Atheist? Sorry?
No.
No. So it's important. So is there any difference between a believer and an atheist as far as animal side, the action of the animal side is concerned?
No.
Here you are. Right.
I have a question about the charity. You know, you gave the example of like if someone asks you like directly for money, like would you it's automatic just to give it? So like is that different?
No, I mean, let's not dramatize the case.
Oh, okay.
So, because somebody says, please give me $1, you just give it. But you think. But the sense of sense of giving is innate in our animality. It needs to be used consciously. So what we do, you want to give it, but at the same time, this man is a professional beggar. So I shouldn't support the professional beggars. Because supporting the professional beggars means encouraging them, making begging into a profession. So you are harming them by giving money. Professional beggars. There is also a rule that if someone is going to waste what you are going to give, you should not give it. Now, waste means go and buy drug, right? Then it is your duty not to give it. It means use your reasoning. But the sense of giving is innate in us, intrinsic in us. Got it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Does that become different when you give with the knowledge that God says you should give in charity?
Again, jumping. Very good. I like this dialogue and interaction. Now, there is a jumping there. So, you like giving, so God likes giving, but how did you know that God likes giving? Don't jump. Don't miss the steps of reasoning. You like giving, yeah, it is automatic in you. And you have to think about the source of existence of this sense. Say, how come that a piece of meat happened by itself like giving? or are automatically inclined to giving, inclines to giving. Why? What's the reason? What makes me a charity-loving creature, being? So after that, it means that the one who made me, reflecting his quality in my existence, that he likes giving. So you are a human being, conscious human being. You have to use your consciousness and say, this sense is given to me in order to know that my creator is the one who loves giving. And then go back to the first phrase of this verse. Being aware of the creator, accepting the creator, which is very human again, makes you realize that your sense of giving is a sign to the quality of the creator as the absolute giver. So he let you experience and become aware that your creator is absolutely generous. Now, benevolent. So if someone says, you say, for example, in yourself, in your personal life, God is benevolent. Absolute benevolent. How do you know? It's very simple. In me. Right? In me. I have the sense which has no source for its existence in this world. Loving the charity. Where did he get it? How this one? There is no physical reason to love the charity. There is no physical reason. Another point, I very frequently you refer to the atheists who don't like, never likes to talk about existence. Another thing, the thing that the atheist never wants to discuss in other two things. One is why there is a beauty. Second,
Why there's what?
beauty in design, in everything. Beautiful. Why? That's one. Or the second category, well, that's why they don't want to talk about it. Another one, everything is contrary to each other, at the same time complementary. Contrary but complementary. Who adjusted it? What is the reason? What is the any material reason that we can develop? Right. There's no. That's why they don't like talking about this. Qur'an keeps saying that we created you in pairs, and usually what we hear from people, in pairs mean boys and girls. Everything is in pair. What is in the universe, what in the universe doesn't have a pair? Everything is always acting but created in this way, in pairs. There is nothing that individually existing in the world, but contradictory nature, but complementary. Impossible to explain it in material terms. Now, for example, someone may cheat himself or herself, say, I am walking, I am doing this, here I am doing it, come on, where is God? You can say, no, we can argue further, but okay, this man is taking simple at a very superficial level. Shall I do? He's not using his rationality and just taking the things on the surface. But it is not excusable as a human being. But you can say, come on, this man is a very simple man, doesn't want to take any responsibility of humanity, thinking, questioning. That's his mistake. But even on a superficial level, no one can explain why there is beauty in the universe. Why human senses? They say in genes, the shape of your head is inherited from your father. Is it correct? No, we can discuss in details, not now, but they can say, senses, where did it come from? So we can easily understand, comfortably understand. So let's come to our subject now. If you don't use your humanity, you will be as a human being, because you may not use your humanity, but still you are a human being, right? So in your as a human being, you will feel definitely disgraced. It means left alone. No one is taking care of you, right? That means the source of real torture for humankind. Now, this verse explains, you will never imagine what it explains. It explains the meaning of the word used in the Qur'an, al-azab. Al-azab. Azab, we say the torture. No, that means this. Azab means this. For your human side, you will be left aside, left alone, and no one is taking care of you, totally disgraced, hopeless from human side. Why do you think the people of the world, or people who really don't use their humanity, keep themselves busy with something always in the world? What? Because they are avoiding the effect of azab. Azab. Torture. What is torture? We think that God is going to take something in his hand and whip us up or beat up us. No, in our own attitude, we torture ourselves from the lack of confidence, trust, and hope. Nothing. Left alone. The meaning of, excuse me, it is not a practical language that azab means. Azab means torture. Somebody, punishing somebody. But the meaning of azab is also leaving it alone, not taking care of it. It's literal meaning as well, but it's not commonly used in. Yeah, I think you want to talk.
Sorry. Yeah. So this is a little on the subject we're discussing right now, but you mentioned earlier that we as a parent shouldn't be proud of raising 6 children. Even a cat can raise more than that. It's not a virtue because it's more of an automatic animal thing.
Yeah.
But what would you say about a Muslim father who has not even bothered to, like, let's say, look at his child who's born? Is that person even void of their animal side?
So I understood it until the last sentence. Why do I think that a Muslim, I don't know what it means, by the
Because
way.
I've seen that happen, that's why.
Sorry?
I've seen that happen, that's why I'm asking.
I don't know.
He didn't get what you said.
So you say a believing person who believes in God in the first category. Yeah? So I didn't understand the language. I didn't hear it clearly, or
person,
that my English language is very,
so a person
limited.
who considers himself, a Muslim, didn't even bother to see this child. Now I want
See the child?
Yeah.
But everybody sees it. I don't understand. You should mean something. I don't understand.
So
Has never even seen his child. So how could that be? I mean, like, forget about the human side. Is that person even void of an animal side?
She's
That's what
talking
I'm trying to find out.
when they voluntarily do not want to see their child.
Yeah, like parents who abandon their children.
Yeah, that
Are
is.
they void of even the basic animalistic side?
So
That's what she's
human beings have free will. Human beings have free will. Now, not the animal. For example, have you ever seen any cat abandoning its kitten? It doesn't have a free will. Human beings have it. I'm not saying to taking care of the children by the father is bad or is not necessary. We shouldn't see that it is a virtuous action. It is something required, like it is required from any other animal. By not abandoning the child, yeah, it is a choice. But I shouldn't say that I fulfilled my duty. No, when the human duty is fulfilled, when you take care of the child, if you acknowledge that this sense is given to you, your creator, in order to know that he is the caring one, absolutely caring one, use this relationship with your child as a means of recognizing the quality of your creator. That is what is expected from a human being. Right? That is what is expected from a human being. If I don't use this sense, how wonderful. For example, I have children. They are not children anymore. They will say, are we still children in your eyes? No. Yeah. I mean, God gave me children. I found myself automatically taking care of it. I said, what is that? So, Alhamdulillah, I thank God that any time, for example, the child asks something, needs my help, even I fail, let's speak in ideally, theoretically, even I failed, forget about it. I shouldn't. I should say, how gracious my creator is. I'm taking care of the child. Yes? How gracious, how caring my creator is. I'm not saying I am a good father. I shouldn't. I mean, I might have done this mistake. It would be a mistake. Do you understand? So we have to use it. Our duty is to fulfill our mission on earth. Why are we here? Not to be like animals. Yeah. So you understand. Somebody else wanted to, yeah. Then you.
Going back to your example of drinking the water, like being thirsty and then going to drink the water, how do you apply this verse to that example? Is it because you question your thirst because it was given to you?
So you didn't question. When you don't question the word, it's a good question. I want to come there. Will you allow me? Or would you ask a question?
No, please. I want to hear the answer.
Okay. Well, that's what the following stage should be. What is it to do with this? Now, when you are thirsty, simple example, you go and drink water. Okay, your animal side is satisfied automatically. But why this set of existence is there? So your consciousness, your power of reasoning and awareness should come forward and ask, what is it? What is this that when I drink water, I am satisfied? And
Is that
what does it mean?
Is that where you're saying not to equate the water as God?
No.
Because the water didn't quench your thirst?
Yeah. So when you say God created the universe, it is not your human side. It is almost automatic, right? Almost automatic. Of course, there are some people choose the other way around, but that's their choice using free will. But as some parents may not really take care of their children. That's their option. But when they take care of the children, it is nothing extra. It's automatic. That's what we have to know. If they don't, it is negative, right? The worst corrupted choice. Now, when you choose, when you are thirsty, go and drink water, it is automatic. You drink water, but you have to question. Your belief or your claim to believe in the creator of the universe is not applied there. Okay? God created the universe. I am satisfying my thirst with water. Where is God? No, it means you are not really questioning. So if you don't, you means not you. If you don't use your humanity and question, what is it? Why am I in this position? Thirsty and water. How is it happening? What you do, you say, okay, I am as your human side. You are, even if you don't use your humanity, you are still a human being. Right? But you go against your human side, human qualities. So when you don't see that your creator is the one who is the provider, nourisher, yeah. If you don't realize your creator is the absolute nourisher, your human side is not satisfied. Because your animal side is satisfied, you say, okay, I drank water, and I'm not thirsty anymore. I drank water, I am not thirsty anymore. Your human side says, so what? You are going to die. And you will say, I'm going to die and finish. Right? But the water relationship, sorry?
So if you're thirsty, you're supposed to be conscious of your thirst and then you quench it.
The human side will question it.
The human side will question and acknowledge your creator.
So if it doesn't,
then you have lost your humanity.
so it means you are left with more water and repeat. Thirsty, thirst, and drinking water. Becoming thirst and drinking water and die.
Does the same mechanism apply for when you're even breathing? So you're gonna,
Yeah, the same thing.
so then
If you don't use these as signs to the qualities of the creator of this action, and when you really use them as signs and acknowledge, become aware of the qualities of the creator, your human side says, I belong to the absolute one. And then this human side doesn't let you feel that you are left alone. No, with no honor. It means when you die, you will disappear. Don't think that people may say, we believe in the hereafter, but if you don't experience your acknowledgement of your your creator's absolute qualities, by just saying you cannot satisfy your human side. Even you say, religion says so. If it is so, we will have a longer life or eternal life in the hereafter. And why the relationship between you and your thirst or thirstiness and you're quenching yourself by drinking water. Why is it created? What is the point in its existence? You wasted it. The Creator has created this event for you to realize that you belong to the Absolute One. You didn't use it, wasted it. Right? That is why the consciousness must be brought into your practical life. If you don't, your humanity will be loneliness. No hope. The Quran is experiencing as well. Believers can have hope. If someone doesn't believe, cannot have hope. They are despaired. Why? Why? Because they was, okay, I'm doing this and that, and yeah, when I die, now I have loss of property, let's say. Okay, when I die, what will happen? All the property I acquired, I gained, will leave me alone. Or you see the dead end? So human beings become completely hopeless. Okay, I have millions, let's say, this building is mine, and it is worth really hundreds of millions. Okay? But when I say, I'm not using my humanity, when I say, when I die, I'm not going to take these millions with me. You see that then? Despair, total despair. Only when you use the ownership, the sense of ownership of this property as a sign to pointing to that your Creator is the absolute owner. It is in your life, I belong to the absolute owner. So he owns everything. Just this is given to me in order to understand, realize that my Creator is absolute owner. But use it. If you don't use it, use for what? The relationship between you and water. Your thirst and water, and satisfaction of the water. What is this? If you don't use it, you have to be alone. It means forsaken. You understand the delicate message of the Quran? No grace, just temporary. Anything temporary doesn't satisfy humanity. Anything temporary may satisfy your animal side. Yeah? Not human side. Human side needs conscious reasoning, questioning, and reaching a conclusion, which is always the Creator, God, and you cannot assign any quality of deity to anything. Why? You know that they cannot really consciously act on anything. They have no free will. So you come back to the beginning. Don't set up any other deity by using your human capacity side by side with God, the Creator of the universe, so that you won't feel left and in despair. Left alone and in despair. It means your property is not going to be with you when you die, but your Creator, even when you are alive, it is your Creator. When you are dead, it is your Creator. You are transient. It is obvious. It's absolute. So you understand that the Creator of the universe cannot be transient. So this process has to take place always in our practical life. Now, what we have to stop in 2 minutes, I promise at 9. So what we should do here, come here. Just read the verse and the meaning, and we will discuss next week this verse and the meaning. But we are ready now. As long as you don't understand that you are here and there is God, He is torturing you, this concept is completely alien to the teachings of the Quran. I can argue by every verse in the Quran. Because I'm studying it and I see, no, God is, but the order, now be careful, this is the last point, the order of the universe, my human nature, the nature of the universe, the order has been established by God in a way that if you don't acknowledge Him, you torture yourself. Do you understand this last sentence? Be careful, because this is the order of the creation. So you are here. Of course, the order has been established by God. God said, I'm going to torture you. Why? Because the order has been established by Him. Now, but within the order, if you don't use your humanity and act accordingly, the result is torture or adab or despair or distress or depression. This is because of your choice. It is in the order. For example, if I cut my hand, what happens? Hurts. Blood runs and hurts. Now, God says, if you cut your hand, I will give you pain. Although God is punishing me, no, it's pointing out our reality. The order has been set in such a way that if you cut your hand, if you do something wrong, it causes pain. Got it? It causes pain. This order has been established by God. That's what Quran says. I torture you. Yeah. For example, let them come to me. Leave them to me. I will take care of them. Those people who reject the message of the messengers. What does it mean? My order will make them really feel the pain if they use their humanity. If they don't, they live like an animal. And as a human being lives like an animal, it is not human pleasure. So God Himself is not going to get angry and take a whip in His hand and beat you up. Do you see what I mean? I mean, God is not going to do it. His angels, it doesn't matter. It is the order of God. The Creator says, okay, I create the world. Even the action of the angels is what? Action of the angels is what? The universe is created, and all the message we get from the universe is angelic side of it. We studied this on many occasions. The meaning of the book, do you remember? Just a clue. So the book is here. For example, my notes are here. So if you read the meaning, that is angelic side of this paper. If you don't read the meaning, you are face to face with paper. So that's what Quran says. Don't those people who read the message and doesn't get the meaning, like animals carrying books, it is papers. Carrying papers. Right? So we can apply it if someone memorizes the Quran, or it's good, but doesn't really get the meaning. What does it mean? Carrying the book and not getting the angelic side message. Right? Isn't Hamal in English? So the Hamar in the Quran says it's a bad word, but among us bad words. It is a donkey. The Quran says carrying the book, donkey is carrying the book. So get the meaning. The universe is also the same thing. If we don't get the meaning, we just suffer from gaining, feeding ourselves and not getting meaning, without getting any meaning out of it. Yes? It means not necessarily that those children of Israel are taking their books and no, it's for everybody. If I am not conscious of my life and the meaning of my life, I am carrying the burden of this world like a donkey.
What if the other deity that we take is a god itself too? What if we believe multiple gods? Then I feel like it's even better because you get more mercy, and according to this logic, it's that we just created kind of.
So somebody.
She said, what if there are multiple gods?
Multiple gods?
What if the deity that we take next to the god is not an object, is another god?
Another god? Where is it?
God.
Well, how? Another god. That is what, when you drink water, if you think that water is satisfying you, that's another god. What the deity?
What's the god that you're thinking then?
Sorry?
Not the water, but the god you're thinking.
God is?
How do you define it then?
So,
so if I understand you correctly,
God means deity means anything which gives existence to something independent from anything else. It means self-creating. So deity means attributing this quality to something which doesn't have.
Well, there could be more than one that is self-sustaining.
What do you mean more than one? I mean, can it be, of course, yeah, okay. By defining God, I'm sorry, we promise people, defining God, which is not countable, because God, by definition, the creator, by definition, must be absolute, infinite. Infinite cannot be two. That is another subject we have discussed earlier on. So it means we have to have this base first. When we say the creator, when we say God, we should know that it is not of the nature of the universe. Means you cannot qualify 1, 2, 3, absolute 1, absolute 2, meaningless. Infinite. It means we don't know the concept of God then. So we have to study the concept of God, inshallah. So we did that, but long ago, years ago, we had a long series of discussion because there was a serious question.
It's like the painter and the paint.
I mean, yeah, but
on YouTube.
Sorry? On YouTube.
It's on
But it was something like 17 weeks. It means 17 hour and a half. It means 24 hours you have to listen. But I'm not saying you are right by thinking in this way, but it contradicts the definition of God. So we should stop here because I promised at 9. So we will, this word is chastisement or chastisement, huh?
Chastisement.
Yeah?
Chastisement.
Sorry?
Chastisement.
Chastisement, to chastise, chastisement. Okay. Chastisement means, chastisement is the translation of the word al-adab. We studied this word only today. But it is worth it to me. I'm very pleased that we had this discussion. Thank you very much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Thank you very much.